So that is called nirvikalpa, unmanifest. So that is also again the nature of this Brahma, nature of what you call the expression of his Shakti called Maya. It expresses this world, sustains this world, and again dissolves this world. To again express it, sustain it, dissolve it. So this is cyclic. It goes on and on and on and on. So Jagadidam, Prag means before, Nirvikalpam. It was Nirvikalpa without any differentiation of forms or names. It just existed as existence. Then what happened? Then from there it gets projected. It gets manifested. Just like the video in a mobile, it just remains there unmanifest. Your mobile is just lying down. The video is there inside, unmanifest, existing like your mobile phone only. But when it manifests, it creates sound, it shows different colors and light. All this just comes up. It is sustained in the mobile and again disappears there. In the same way, the whole world gets manifested in Brahma. World is also Brahma, and it gets manifested and appears as though different. So how? What is any example? See, the beauty of our Shastra is that it gives different classic, interesting examples to make us understand this. I hope you are able to see me and hear me. So here Bhagavan gives an example. He said, Bijasyantarivangkuro jagadidam prag nirvikalpam punaha. He says, Bijasya antaha iva ankuraha. A very beautiful example. All this technology. It stopped on YouTube, but it is going on fine on Facebook. So I hope it will get recorded Okay, I will continue. So Bhagwan gives a very beautiful example here. Okay. Yeah, it has stopped in the YouTube. So it has gone into unmanifestation. So that is how the world gets manifested and again become unmanifest to be born again. So Bhagwan gives an example of seed. So if you see a seed of a tree, a huge tree is there, and sometimes we have such a huge tree like even banyan trees, but they have a small tiny little seed. So if you observe the seed, you will find that if you open the seed and see, we won't see anything. Even under the microscope, we will not be able to understand much that what is hidden in that seed. But what is hidden in that seed? The entire intelligence of the tree is hidden in that seed. The seed knows how to project a tree, how to take up the proper material from the soil, and how to create a beautiful tree with strong trunks, with many branches, with so many leaves, with different types of fruits. And in those fruits, again the seed creates itself as though so many seeds are there in each fruits. So all this is there in that tiny little seed. That seed has got the intelligence to create not only one tree, but also it can create many seeds which can further give rise to many trees. So the entire intelligence is stored in that tiny seed. If this is understood, then the entire this whole world is like a tree. The whole world is described in Bhagavad Gita also as a tree. The whole world is described in Bhagavad Gita as a tree, as an inverted tree. Urdhvamulam adashakham Ashwatham prahuravyayam. And this whole, there are so many different branches are there in this world, so many different variety of things and beings are there. All of them once upon a time remain as though like a seed. That is that Maya Shakti. And it remains as Brahma. So the entire world is potentially present in that Supreme Brahma, in the Shakti of that Supreme Brahma. Just as the entire tree is present in the seed. So, bijasya antah iva ankuraha. So, just as the seed, the entire tree world remains as Brahma, in Brahma, when it is unmanifest. And when it gets manifested, from there only it gets manifested. Just as if you sow a seed, you find that it gets sprouted. The leaves and all start coming. Slowly the stem and the different branches and all these things start coming from that seed. In the same way, from that Brahma alone, spontaneously, the entire world comes into manifestation. And there are stages in which it comes. There is a sequence which is called Shrishti Krama, the sequence of creation. Hiranyagarbha. From that Avyakruta Prakriti, then Vyakruta, the Para and Apara Prakriti. From there, Hiranyagarbha is born, who then converts the Panchatanmatras into 5 gross elements. The Vaishvanara is born. Vaishvanara further grossifies the 5 elements, which is called Trivrit Karanam. Then the bodies of plants, first the Devatas, then plants and other beings, all of them are born. So there is a sequence. Just as when a seed is put in the soil, it grows in a particular sequence. If you just sow a seed, next day you will not find a whole tree. It grows in stages properly. Similarly, the whole world comes into manifestation in particular order. So, bijasyantarivānkuro jagadidam prag nirvikalpam punaha. So, the whole world comes into manifestation. And how it is? In what order? Maya kalpita desha kala kalana. And this all comes from Bhagwan's Shakti, that Maya. So from that Maya Shakti is projected this whole world. The space and time also is projected from that Maya only. So Maya kalpita desha kala, space, and from space all the different elements are born. In Taittiriya Upanishad also it is said, Akashad Vayuhu Vayoragnihi Agnerāpaha Adbhya Prithivi Prithivyad Oshadhayaha Oshadibhyonnam Annat Purushaha. Like that all this is born from that subtlest Akash. Also time is also born. And then variety of things and objects are born from the space and time. So Vaichitra Chitri Kritam. See, the space and time is very mysterious. It's also part of this world only. Space actually something which cannot be seen through our senses, but we can understand the presence of space with the help of our mind. Suppose some object is there, we say, oh, object is here, the other object is there. So the concept of here and there is expression of space only. Also the space is that which gives accommodation. Suppose you want to keep something in this, you can keep it because there is space, it gives accommodation. But some object itself doesn't give accommodation. It doesn't, this pot doesn't give accommodation to this pen like this. It says no, there is no, you can't enter. But space gives accommodation. Avakash, that is the nature of space. So when we see the objects in this world, we know that there is something in which it is accommodated. That something is that space. Also when we see objects, we come to experience the direction also. Here, there, above, below. So that's called disha, dik, direction. So the direction and space is experienced with the help of our mind. Also when we see an object and notice the activity of the object, we experience the time. Time is also experienced when we see movement in the objects. So associated with the object we experience space and time. So space and time is actually expressing as the objects of this world. And the space and time itself is an expression of that Maya. So Maya kalpita desha kala kalana. Kalana is modification of desh and kal. Kalana in Hawaiian language means the heaven, but in Sanskrit it means modification. So Maya itself modifies as space and time, which itself further modifies as variety of objects of this world. So Maya kalpita desha kala kalana vaichitra chitri kritam. Vichitra, most amazing, most wonderful world gets projected by this Maya Shakti. So Maya independently projects this world, says no. This Maya is under the control of that Brahma, Ishvara. Therefore Ishvara is also called Mayavi. So here Dakshinamurty Bhagwan is called Mayavi, means one who possesses that Maya. In the Upanishad also it is said, कि मायाम तो प्रकृतिम विद्धि मायिनम तो maheshwaram. That understand Maya as Prakriti. Maya and Prakriti are synonyms. And the one who controls, one whose Maya it is called Mayinam to Maheshwaram, is the Maheshwar, is that Supreme Ishvara. So Ishvara is the one who wields this power, which is called Maya, and he projects this world. So that is what is said here, ki Mayavi iva vijrumbayati. Bhagwan, like a Mayavi, like a magician, like an illusionist, he projects this world out of himself. Mayavi iva vijrumbayati api Mahayogi iva, or like a Mahayogi, like a great yogi. These yogis also have fantastic powers, and through their power they can create something as though from nothing. It appears as though they just manifest something out of nothing. Like Vishwamitra ji, he created a new heaven. That was his power. So Mayavi iva, Mahayogi iva, ya Vijrumbayati, projects this world, not forced by anyone, but out of his own free will. It's called Swechaya. Svecha means out of his own free will. Nobody is forcing Ishvara to create this world. Out of his own free will, he creates. This is the meaning of this shloka, but we need to contemplate on it more. So we will take up this shloka again in our next class. Next class will be on Wednesday, day after tomorrow, same time, 12 to 1. We will have this Sri Dakshinamurty Stotram class, and we will again chant and contemplate on this second shloka. Okay? So till then, you take care, be happy, safe, peaceful, healthy, do your work, do your sadhana, and we meet again on Wednesday. Hari Om. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram, 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 Jaya Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Bole Siyav Ramchandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.